we now move forward to our next technical section. Our next speaker is Dr. Vignesh K, Certified Energy Manager at Center for Research, Energy Efficiency and Decarbonization, IIT Ropar and KISEM, who will guide us on implementing energy and water audits, the first step towards MSME decarbonization. Dr. Vignesh K is a PhD holder in green energy technology with extensive experience in energy efficiency and decarbonization strategy. He has served as a visiting researcher at the Federal University of Bahia and the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro. He is a certified energy manager under CREED IIT Ropar and KISEM, representing IIT Ropar. He leads water and energy auditing initiatives in Goa, empaneled by the Directorate of Industries, Trade and Commerce, Government of Goa. He has authored 2 books, holds 4 patents, and has published research papers in the domain of sustainable energy, biorefinery, and decarbonization. The stage is now yours, sir.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and thank you for giving this opportunity to speak at this manufacturing conclave. Today, I am going to talk about a very interesting, very practical and important idea, that is implementing energy auditing for the MSMEs as a first step towards decarbonization. When we hear the term decarbonization, it may look like a large and distant policy goals. It may sound like something that has to be in the report, national level discussion, and in some future roadmaps. But let me tell you one thing. For a manufacturing unit, decarbonization is much more practical and an immediate step. So when we talk about the manufacturing unit as a system, it will be very easy for us to identify what is the exact energy wastage and losses. Okay, I think a few slides was not clear. So, okay, let me tell you. So, if we consider the manufacturing system, materials comes in, products goes out, and the energy supports the entire process. But we are not only getting the useful output, that is a product, we also getting energy wastage as a losses like waste heat, ideal running of machineries, excessive consumption of energy, etc. The thing that what we require to do is the energy wastage and the heat losses has to be recycled or identified so that we can tell an actionable insight for the manufacturing unit. For an MSME, this is not only a environmental issue, it is a business issue, because every unit of wastage of electricity, heat, stream losses or water, everything is an unnecessary cost. This is where energy auditing comes under play. So what is exactly is an energy audit? So energy audit is a systemic way of answering one powerful question. Where exactly we are losing the money in the electricity wastage, like, or not just an electricity, it's an energy wastage. So I will just paint out a bigger picture of in India national level. There are 63.4 million MSMEs in India. So among this, 20.5 million is the manufacturing units. That's a bigger number actually. Around 42% of industrial shares of the national electricity it is consuming. And if you see the MSME share of the industrial electricity, it's a staggering amount, 135 terawatt, that is approximately 30%. But you know the problem is around 20 to 30% of the energy intensive is from the MSME. That is, it is consuming more 20% or 30% more of electricity or fuel consumption compared with the global benchmark. If you just convert that into the annual potential saving, it comes around 60 to 100 terawatts. It's completely money of the MSME units. It is completely a wastage of the electricity which can be converted into potential money. So let us look at where are the usual electricity wastages coming. It's not like from a single system or like a day-to-day activities. What are the things like, for example, light, boiler, furnaces, and these are the common things where the electricity is getting wastage. So it's not like a future complex project that we need to invest in, but the systems, electricity systems that is already existing in your manufacturing unit, if we just analyze, measure it, then you can find how much electricity can be saved. Because usually all the units know the electricity bill, but they don't know where the electricity is exactly going, whether everything is completely created into a valuable products or not. So what energy audit actually does in this case, when we talk about measuring the things, so a team of auditors will walk through into your units. They will measure each and every system, find out where are the inefficiencies is there and how it can be converted into a savings potential. For example, if we say a bare steam pipe without any insulation, it can be measured and find out how much exactly the electric energy is wastage. And if you just make a simple recommendation like covering with an insulator or some kind of other recommendation, it will actually saves lakhs of money from the electricity bill itself without stopping any of the production, because most of the manufacturing unit will try to increase their profit by increasing the sales, but saving the electricity, saving the energy consumption is the first step. Without even increasing the sales, the profitability will increase. So, if we want to measure what are the problems facing in the electricity, for example, if we are having a light, so we need to measure the lux intensity. It has to give the comfortability. At the same time, the electricity is also need to be reduced. For example, if some LED lights and fluorescent lamps are using, we can. It is very simple that we can tell we can switch to LED lamps. It is a very small thing. But when we go to a manufacturing unit or factories, there are many other things like a power factor, quality analysis. We need to improve the power factor, transformer, furnaces, boiler. So all these things can be measured using the instruments like an acoustic imager, a flue gas analyzer. Once the measurement is clear, we will have the numbers. So these numbers will shift the unit management from the suspicion to the evidence. And this evidence will help us to shift from the evidence to the action point. So they can invest in energy efficient measures. For example, this is a usual cases in all the industries, like we know the electricity bill. This is one of the example. Their monthly electricity bill is around 44 lakhs. But they don't know exactly how much of this money is exactly moving as a creative value as a product, because many things are getting lost because of the inefficiency of the machines. The compressed air, steam pipeline, furnace waste and lightning motors, these gives the exact places where we can optimize it. Steam system and compressed air amount will add up to the annual savings potential. And the furnace heat, it is like a recyclable thing, that the waste heat can be recycled and all the lightning motors can be optimized. It is not always necessary that we require to change a new energy efficient equipment. We can just optimize the process outline, or we just change the little things so that it can be all the energy efficiency can be improved. So this is where the recommendation is actually implemented. So we can tell it is easy, very easy, we can give a report from the energy auditor, but it has to be implemented at the unit level. It should not be just sitting in the paper. So once it is clear that what is the total investment and what is the annual savings potential and what is the average payback of the investment, the management will be very clear that the project can be implemented. That's where the implementation is actually happening. So we can ask whether this works only as a theory or it is actually proved in the practical way. Yes, it is actually proved, and this slide shows some of the track record of IIT Ropar which we have implemented. It's for example, we have completed around more than 56 audits, and out of the 15 there are 13 different industrial, like a packaging industry, pharmaceutical, hospitality industry, chemicals, etc. They all implemented, and that shows they are implementing savings around 9.26 crores. So this shows that it is not only a theoretical framework, it is a practical thing that can be implemented. So I'm going to give the final message that even DITC of Goa, Department of Industrial Trade and Commerce, has empaneled IIT Ropar to empower this energy auditing measures in all the MSMEs in Goa. That's why under the RAM scheme, raising the performance of MSMEs with the World Bank funding, they are giving the subsidiary for conducting this energy auditing in Goa. For to give a thank for Virgo Pharma unit, we are also conducting an energy auditing at Virgo Pharma as an initial step in Goa, and it is what I am record is each and every unit has to think about the energy saving. Every unit saved with their factories will affect all the environmental impact globally. Not only national, not only in the community of Goa, it will actually increase the carbon footprint, reduce the energy bills, and increase the business aspect of their own unit also. So with this, I am closing my session, and if there are any questions, kindly ask me. So any questions now? Yes, sir. So one of our vertical from IIT Ropar is completely stationed in Goa. Since DITC is empaneled us, we have initiated the energy auditing to around all the industrial estate, starting from Virgo Pharma Industries. So we will be in Goa. Yeah. So I think the presentation is the slide has changed.
What is the typical cost of audit?
So, this is an important point. It's when we consider a micro and small scale industries, the subsidiary that DITC is giving a 50% of the energy auditing cost up to the cap of 50,000. For example, if we are charging an unit around, say for example, 1 lakh for a micro unit, 50,000 will be directly given by the DITC to IIT Ropar. So the unit don't want to pay the 50%. It's not like a subsidy, because today it's a very important thing. If it is like a reimbursement, it will not work, because they need to pay from their pocket, then wait for the reimbursement. It will not work. That's why DITC has come up with this kind of thing, that they don't want to pay the 50% of the energy auditing fees. They will directly send this from the government to IIT Ropar. And apart from this, under the green incentive, 25% of the energy auditing fees will be covered by the green incentive. That means if we are charging 1 lakh rupees for energy auditing, technically their out of pocket will be 25,000. So this is an example, but it depends, like amount of fees will be depends on the number of days the auditing is conducted and what is the size of the plant.
What's the average? How many days and what's the billing now?
Yeah, so 2 to 3 days is the typical auditing time, and the auditing cost is around, if it is a 1 day auditing cost, it will be like a 1 lakh rupees. After the subsidy, it becomes to 25,000. That's different, but approximately 1 lakh rupees. If it is a bigger company, a medium or a medium scale, or a non-MSME companies, it will charge around 5 lakh or 6 lakh. It depends on the size of the units.
So let's let's say if it's a 3-day audit, it will cost us 3 lakh rupees.
Yes.
The MSME will have to pay 2 lakh 25 because he's only getting 25,000 and 50,000.
Exactly. And out of this 2,25,000 also, 25% will be reimbursed back by the Green Incentive Scheme. That it is also directly handled by the government of Goa.
That 25% is on entire invoice or just 1 lakh limit?
Entire, with the cap amount of 1 lakh.
So it can go up to 1 lakh?
Yes.
25%.
Yeah.
I thank ASSOCHAM to invite us for this engagement. Actually, this is a very good initiative because energy, everybody is now running around energy and everybody is fighting for the energy.
Yeah.
The weakest is this MSME.
Exactly.
And it is a good initiative. And actually, you after this session, you meet me.
Sure,
I will
sir.
be to be on board.
Sure, sir. Thank
Okay?
you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So I think the contact details of the PPT was, I think it's missed somewhere. So I will provide my visiting code also. Like we can engage it after the session also. Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful and enriching session.